Reapers underground. We hope you survive.
My demons, my demons. One day ahead of your big bad devil daddy himself on his way to Gross Fest in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I was given a gift a few days ago of a film that I haven't quite seen anything like this independent world as of late. A film that strikes me not only on its horror factor, but its message, and what a dark message it is. And I absolutely love it. It combines all of the things that I love within multiple horror genres of film. And I had the unholy joy of being able to screen Joe Hollow's Flesh of the Unforgiven a few days ago, and it's captivating. It's going to fuck with your senses, and we all know how we love our mind fuckers around here, especially in the underground. And that is what I'm going to be discussing tonight, my official review of this film. Hey, what's up, girl? Good to see you. And this is probably the best time for me to say it. This is the time to share this out anywhere and everywhere. There is a horror lover. So I don't care if you have to wake the dead, wake grandma, your cousin, your sister, your brother, your mama, your daddy. Get them up. Tell them they got to watch this, because I'm telling you, you're going to love what I have in store for you. Especially, today is a very special day. We have, luckily, as a community and music fans, to bid farewell to the late, great Ozzy Osbourne. It's no secret that he has been a hero of mine since I was a kid. And thank you to everybody that has tuned into our tribute for that. So now let's give back to all of you after such a difficult day with the gift of horror. What better, right? But before we get into all this madness, let's take a quick commercial break to our brother over at Horror Struck Hot Sauce. Hotter than hell. That's right. You know what to do. I tell you every fucking week, people, my demons and addicts alike out there in the Black Flame universe, get your all's asses over to horrorstruckhotsauce.com, because I know you love it hot. And let's make our barbecues even hotter with the gift of horror as you do it. That's right. horrorstruckhotsauce.com. All right. So we are here to talk about the Flesh of the Unforgiven, the latest film from Joe Hollow. So I really didn't know what to expect. I saw the title and I was like, okay, this is fantastic. And it was somebody who had reached out to me, Joseph Williamson, reached out to me and was like, hey, I love your show. I'm like, you do? All right, that's awesome. I'm always tickled pink when somebody, tells me they love what I do, and told me about this film. So yeah, I checked it out, and there I was, graveyard shift in my crypt, as it were, and I went ahead and I started the film, and instantly from the gates, from the get go, you are thrust into this realm of darkness, which is where I like to dwell. uh, and I mean, it's so seductive. This opening scene. I immediately got Rob Zombie vibes, but as I say that, it's not a throwback to the 70s. No, this is 2024, 2025. That is what I'm getting from this. You have a couple of ethereal beings, gorgeous. Obviously, we like to walk on the wild side a little bit around here. And they're just like being droned out by this killer cartoon and all these different images. And I'm just like, ooh, this is Rob Zombie on steroids. I like this. I'm like, where are we going to go? And then, the idea of conquering your biggest fear. That to me, I mean, my Reaper senses were tingling. I'm like, isn't that something we always think about in the realm of horror? Hey, what's going on there, Kevin? Good to see you. Morty, what's going on, my brother? We're discussing Flesh of the Unforgiven by Joel Hollow, a tasty little, delectable, seductive piece of carnage sweet as candy to me. Anyways, so we don't know what's happening. And then, suddenly we cut to a of unsuspecting victim who I guess just hasn't quite figured it out yet. The idea of pain and pleasure. Now, we've seen this before, obviously with Hellraiser. So massive Hellraiser vibes. Again, just got my cold black heart humming, singing Unholy Hallelujah. And I mean, he's getting the boots put to him in a very interesting way. It's unfortunate that one has to lose one's head in order to finally conquer. Or in this case, I don't think that they felt that he did conquer his biggest fears. And what a way to go. Hey, what's going on? I'm going to say Jem because the initials are JEM. Welcome to the show. You played Michael. Get the fuck out of my bar. Dude, you were fucking lightning. I was actually going to reference that. But since you've already put it out there, glad to have you on the show. Everyone's performances in this are just amazeballs. The true spirit of indie horror filmmaking. Hey, what's going on, Austin? Glad to have you on as well. Shit. It's a party tonight. So from there, it's like, whew, we had intensity personified. We had horror, we had gore, and of course, a demonic presence. And that is kind of the centerpiece of this film. A demon, a among demons, if you will, known as the Death Dealer. Kind of pulling the strings on all of this. But there's some kind of a human quality to it. Because sometimes we, throughout life, in my opinion, need somebody to try to get the best version of ourselves to come out. And in a very occult kind of way, very satanically beautiful, kind of way, that is exactly what the Death Dealer does. And oh my goodness, his sidekick is just unreal. Adriana Yushiba. I got so many like sadistic, that cackle, all of it, the madness. I'm your king of madness, and I'm telling you, this film, these actors and actresses are the epitome of madness, every single bit. But we follow this couple, and they are befallen with their own tragedies. And this is kind of I'm always preaching about love and self-love and dark love, all of that kind of stuff. Well, when a horror movie gets kind of centered around this idea of love and what would you do? How far would you go, for your partner? You know, you'd be amazed at what some folks would do. And we've seen this a lot in real life as well. And I love how this film brings that attention to detail. Number one, from the gate, cinematography, fucking phenomenal. The stage is set, all of the locations, and how, the team has put together this world. You literally feel like you're moving through worlds with this. And I love that. So, we just went through what the fuck just happened just now, which I love, we are now being thrown into this story, this tragic love story between the two main characters, Jack Russo and Sienna Russo. By the way, Debbie Rochon fucking lights up the screen. Fucking amazeballs. In every single way, we get something new with her at every step of this story. So, I mean, it's like the classic case of my wife did me wrong, but I'm still staying there. I'm going to hang with this and try to work through my pain. How many of us day to day try to work through our pain, whether it's physical, emotional, or otherwise? You know what I mean? And you could just see this guy is just fucking lost because unfortunately his wife stepped out on him in a very unsavory kind of way. And how many of us have dealt with that betrayal from someone who is either your wife or your husband, your boyfriend, fiance, whatever the fuck you want to call them? How many times have we been betrayed, lost, thrown away, cast aside for whatever, whether it was a night of fun or, months of absence of emotion? You know what I mean? I mean, it's great. I love the way, they're coming to this wonderful place, little getaway joint that I think is, if I remember correctly, is, in the family somehow. And they're trying to work on things. And he's a writer, which is really, really cool. I'm actually in an upcoming project by the great Johnny Logan Harley called Curse of the Ghostwriter. So naturally, that type of role, since I've been delving in that for the last year, I was like, ooh, this is cool. So it's almost like a Stephen King vibe in a way. But he's got writer's block. It's horrible. He can't write shit. And of course, his literary agent is up his ass to get some pages out. Because, as a writer, and I feel like that's one of the craziest, but in some ways, very rewarding career. You're always under the gun. It's like, oh, well, here's all the money up front. Now, shit out a novel, right? And here he is, this poor guy, Jackie Boy, is trying to fight through this block, but also try to repair his marriage at the same time. Is that not horrific in it, even of itself? Yes. Mortimer here says, hey, what's up, man? He says, little details being paid attention to with care will always raise the level of the film. Yes. And there's so much imagery. I love it. So many reference points, Easter eggs, if you will, little things that you miss. I've watched this thing now about 3 times already, and I'm going to keep on watching it. And you're going to figure out why as we continue through our descent into this dark world. So he gets sent this tape. Nothing ever good can come from getting a mysterious package. And the crazy part is, I love too, he's constantly thinking that it's his literary agent that sent him this. I don't want to give a lot of shit away, and I'm not going to. But you know, we can very easily see as he starts to get sucked into what he's watching. I mean, he's looking for inspiration. He's looking for some way to fight through this writer's block. And he just keeps coming back to it. It's like one minute he's having a fight with his wife, Sienna, and the next minute he's, watching a monster movie. He's spending all this time away. Oh, I'm going to go to the bar. Well, shit, the bar is always open, right? Nothing good can come from that. And our good friend there, Jem, who plays the bartender, was perfect. Loved him. Absolutely loved him. And he's following, through this whole psychosis. When I say psychological horror at its best, Joe Hollow has definitely just put us in so many situations throughout this film that you don't know which way is up or down. Is it real? Is it not real? I love the dream sequences. Let's talk about that for a second. There's some massive dream sequences throughout the film that you just are constantly feeling the death dealer kind of, looming over every aspect of this couple. Nice little shot there. There's the actress I said that is his little concubine, I guess, or sidekick. She is delectable as fuck, absolutely insane, and we love characters like that. And let's face it here, the Death Dealer is a hulking piece of horror goodness. You instantly fall in love with this character. But yeah, these dream sequences where you don't know if it's actually happening or is she just dreaming this, and it seems like it's just constantly coming in and you're not sure why Sienna keeps having these visions when she's sleeping. And then we see one of the moments where she's having one of these dreams, and then her husband is very much consoling her and like there for her, and you're like, oh, there's hope for these two yet, right? Well, the thing about the Death Dealer is that you make a deal to redeem yourself. And Sienna knows she fucked up. She's said it more than once, and she even gets kind of angry at certain points with Jack. She's like, you're either going to forgive me or you're not. Oh, we love those little tidbits of emotional stand your ground moments. And like I said, Debbie Rochon really brings it home, punches it home. She's doing everything she can to try to get her husband to like come back, from where you're at. But all he can see is betrayal. And you think about how much time and energy you waste on emotions like that. When it's like, we don't want to deal with this. Like we just put it on the shelf, right? And I'll come back to it later. I'll come back to it. Well, meanwhile, she's not in a good way. He's not in a good way. And everything starts to kind of implode around them. The more he watches this videotape, the more madness we end up seeing. And, you sprinkle in a little bit of, August kiss into this. And she is the unholy distraction to this man. And nothing good. First of all, you get loaded, okay? Anytime you get loaded, and you're gonna make a bad decision if you are emotionally crippled at that point. It doesn't matter if it's alcohol or whatever. But throughout this couple just kind of going back and forth, so many crazy things. We start to feel the death dealer's presence more, and the idea of love is pain. There are some big quotes that come out of this, and again, with the editing of this film, anytime that this is being shown on the TV in the living room, it's like so well done. It's like a movie within a movie. Gotta love those moments because it feels real. That's another thing that I have to really give to this film. The realism factor and the practical effects. Eventually, people are going to start getting killed. Anytime, it's like Sienna's dreaming and there's somebody getting destroyed that just hasn't, met their fear the way they hope, but you can kind of see that the death dealer has a grasp on Sienna's character, and it's building tension over and over again, atmosphere of darkness and very much real. You feel you're there with them, which is amazing. Some of those visual effects, like this poor chap, for instance, he's like, no, give me more time, give me more chance to to face my fear. Let me try again. And Death Dealer's like, nope. In flames you go. But there are times where Sienna's character is telling Jack that I would die for you. I would kill for you. And it's so haunting, the way the script is written for this film. I love that because it just keeps making you think, like, is she okay? Or is she going off the deep end here? But I mean, literally, what would you do in that situation? You feel like your partner is leaving you and you having these haunting dreams of this demon in this demonic world. So it's captivating. It makes you want to learn more. And as we keep seeing this film being played, night after night, instead of Jack actually writing, you can kind of see that he's very enthralled with this. He's very hooked into it. And I don't know, in my head, I was thinking, whoa, I think dude is like getting some inspiration from this, and this could be his coup de grace, of novels. Man, not predictable, but I just kind of get the feeling that there is a link, between this film and him and them as a couple. So I can't give anything away. I really don't want to do that because I want all of you wonderful demons and addicts out there in the Black Flame universe to go and watch this. But as time rolls on, things begin to unravel. Like I said, naughty decisions when you're intoxicated leads you to do something you shouldn't. And here the whole time I'm laughing my ass off because Jack, one of the first things he tells Sienna when they get to the cottage is no bars for you. But you're like, where does she keep going? When he's kind of just stuck into himself. And it really throws like a lot of that psychological flavor into things. And then you don't know if he's making a bad decision or is it all in his head? Was that person put there to tempt him? And, night after night, he comes back from the bar, drunker and drunker. Way to go, Jackie boy. And, things kind of come to a head when a little thing called Molly comes into place. I'm sitting here going, I'm dead. This is fantastic. She's like, take a trip with me. Oh, take a trip with me, Daddy. He's not ready for it. Neither is he in the shape to do this. And here's a shot of said movie. This mask, I have to say, the costuming, everything to a T is just S&M goodness. Maybe even borderline BDSM, should I say? Very tasty. That mask. Boy, would I love to get my hands on that one. But you definitely get a feeling like this is kind of like that master, sub relationship between him and the chick that's, in this videotape that he's watching. All the way through, but then it starts to turn, it starts to change, and we get a lot of twists and turns in this film. And who doesn't like that? A psychological horror at its best always has some of the best twists to it, and things that we're not ready for. Honestly, the ending sequence of this film, well, I don't even want to get there yet. I believe it's time to show all of you out there in the Black Flame universe, my demons. We're going to take a quick look at the trailer for this film, and then I will delve a little deeper, both philosophically, emotionally, and let's say horrific. Check it out. Flesh of the Unforgiven.
I just keep having these dreams about this, a demon.
If you can win an award for writer's block, line them up.
I am sorry, honey. I am. But maybe you just need some inspiration.
Sienna?
You just need some inspiration.
I am your inspiration.
What, do you watch this tape every single night when I go to bed?
When I see you and me together, I still see you and him.
Oh, you were scared and alone in the dark when you cried out. He answered, and he made you a deal.
Our Father, who art in heaven,
More time.
holy be thy name.
Please, I need more time.
Thy kingdom come. I am out of time. Thy will be done. On earth as it is in heaven. Please, please forgive me as we forgive those who trespass against us. Give us this day our daily bread. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil.
You're all out of time.
Yes, gotta love that Carnage candy. If that didn't get your liver quivering and some heat within your loins for this film, I don't know what will. This is definitely just an incredible thrill ride. And it's an independent film. And what am I always saying here at the Underground? The best in dark entertainment across the board. Every form of art is in the underground. This just goes to show you again, the mainstream doesn't have an original thought. They still don't. But you could definitely kind of see what I was setting up there for you and where this is going. And the one critic, I also have to kind of commend him on that too. It does kind of give you a bit of a little Nightmare on Elm Street feel to it, because so far, the most that we're having with this demon was within Sienna's dreams. So huge nod to you, sir, and everybody involved in this film. But it's cutting edge. It's something new. This isn't a sleep demon per se. It's just when we are unconscious, especially when we're asleep, that is when the seeds can be sown and things begin to feel more real, and realizing how much time you actually have. What and how far are you willing to go for the ones you love? Well, we find just how far Sienna is willing to go for Jack. And, you know, again, I don't want to give too much away because the ending is so incredible. Just, it pulls literally everything together. Because, you know, during that trip that he takes when his wife gives him a tab of Molly, he thinks that she's screwing around on him again. And it just furthers his descent into madness. It's beautiful. I love to see that. How many times, think about it out there, you know, that we're blinded by our overthinking, or is this really happening? This is happening. We convince ourselves that all this shit is bad. It's like one pluck, you know, to our heartstrings, and we suddenly kind of lose sight of ourselves. We lose ourselves, and then it's like too late, because you had that person right there. You could have fixed things, but you didn't, because you were blinded by your own rage. So when I say this film is not only a beautiful piece of horror, but it is also emotional to the nth degree. You feel everything that these actors and actresses are laying out on the screen for you. Now, that's what I call magic. Just unreal. And in the end, without giving anything away, because I'm not going to do it. You motherfuckers know out there that I will not do that, because I want you to see it. I want you to experience it. And I want to hear what you take away from it. Is that in the end, she is, in fact, his ultimate source of inspiration. Again, love is pain. The great Anton LaVey, you know, love is pain. Pain is pleasure. All of that. Really just poetic in every sense of the imagination, because it's true. And we accept that, because loving someone is like the ultimate vulnerability, opening yourself to someone. And you always have that little voice in the back of your head. Oh, this could go to shit. You know what I mean? But if you're living presently and you really are deep feeling for that person, I felt her struggle of, it was an accident. How can I show my love for you? How much can I show you and make you feel and understand? That's why I say, you know, Joe and Joe and Debbie are like magic in this film, in conveying all of this. Let's see here. Let me see. Jem says, I wish you had viewed the last 64 I did. Hey, you know, I would love to. I love stuff like this. Everybody here at the Underground Black Flame universe, you guys know that I love mind fuckers, whether it's like serial killer style, occult style, all the way around from the 70s to now. I can't get enough of those. So I am always interested in checking those out. So don't be afraid to knock on my cellar door. I'll give it a whirl. But yes, so it is tragic. The ending will blow your fucking mind, but it's going to make sense in the fact that she was teaching him just as big of a life lesson as I think he was trying to teach her by being so cold, so distant. And it backfired in a way, because once that person's gone, especially to the realm of the infernal, you can't get them back. You just can't. So in a way, some of it is not the easiest watch, especially if you have emotional sensibilities. But I think it's something that everybody can kind of take away with the poeticness of just how much love can be so deep and dark at the same time and beautifully paired together. Just a triumph on this film. Oh, and you're probably saying to yourself right now, well, Reaper, where can we find this? Guess what? It's on Amazon Prime right now. So I want you all tonight. If you don't have to get up too early, fuck that. Who cares if you have to get up for the morning grind? Check this film out. You're going to thank me for it, and you're going to absolutely love it in every facet of its entity. So that is my review of this film. And I always give a rating now, don't I? It's very rare that I ever do this. But because I felt the art in this film, in its message, and all of the favorite things that just makes your skin crawl, as well as a sexy motherfucker, I have to give this a 5 out of 5. It really is immaculate, unholy. The cinematography is on point. The acting is over the top convincing. You're gonna, I don't know. Some of you may cry to it, or at certain points, or feel, a little uneasy. Well, damn it. That is what horror is supposed to do. And the way everything is shot frame by frame, with the interludes of the nether realm, or the underworld, if you will, I think are flawless in this. There's not a single boring moment. You're just constantly wanting to see how this is going to be resolved. Because, like I said, the deeper they go, the darker it gets. But at the end, they all find bliss in their own way. So thank you so much, Joe Hollow, for making this. I cannot wait to see what other films that you are going to be working on and putting out to us, because this is definitely a magnus opus in every way. So you can find him on Facebook, as most of us are, very approachable. Shoot him a message after you watch this. Let him know what you thought of it, because I don't know, it takes a lot to impress me. It really does. When you tackle this much depth into one film and make it very real, to mess with your sensibilities. And the cinematography, the acting, oh my goodness. Let's talk about the music, the scoring of this thing. Unholy fuck. We have so many great heavy metal moments in this film, which is just always makes me so celebratory, happy when metal shows up in films like this. And the songs are so on point. They're perfect for every moment. The way he's picked certain people's tunes, and there was one that he was even involved in himself. Just brilliant. I feel that this type of music and horror just always pair well together. And it's the art of picking the right tunes. And I feel like he really did here. So with that, and obviously editing is amazing. Effects are definitely top notch. I love them. Simplicity at the end of the day. And it's not CGI to utter hell that it looks like it doesn't belong there. You know what I mean? It's everything is appropriate and very well done to bring us into this world of flesh of the unforgiven. Because sometimes you have to pay the ultimate price for your misdeeds. But in certain ways, you can teach the living a little bit of a lesson. Love it. Oh my goodness. Linda McClan. Oh my God. I don't want to butcher your name. I'm so sorry. She says, Reaper, your synopsis and review is spot on. You took away things that I didn't catch, and I've watched it a few times. Well, I'm a deep demon, a devil himself. So when I watch things, I look for symbology. And there's so much symbology within this film. I don't know. I love it. It's my type of carnage. It's my bag, if you will. I like a little depth with my gore and my satanic wonderness. So I hope all of you take that away as well. So what are you going to do? Go to Amazon Prime and watch this. And hopefully you take away some of the same things. Don't just take my opinion. Watch it for yourselves. Thank you all so much out there. You guys have been amazing in the comment section. Love you all so much. And there's going to be more on the network, even though I'll be away at Gross Fest. So definitely tune in Friday night. Divine Madness will be coming back, as well as the Horror Barbecue. Oh, yeah. Let's get ready to Jack in the Box. What a wonderful little franchise. And then, of course, Ready to Sin, you are ready to let your hair down, or lack thereof. If you want to have a good time and get those guts busted of laughter, definitely tune in Saturday night as well at 8 p.m. And always, my demons, stay heavy.
Thank you for joining us on Reaper's Underground. Stay tuned for more from Black Flame Entertainment.